And I can tell you, Larry, you don't know this. I never told you this, but Jamie and I were in a church one time, and a guy came in and he was crying. He'd never been to church for years, and he came to the church, and Jamie and I were kind of like greeter dudes, and he goes, well, I didn't want to come in here because my pastor told me that if I got divorced that I would burn in hell because of that scripture right there. And man, I'm telling you, you can. And I said, man, dude, I said, God's not like that. He's not saying that to you. He's saying that he said, if you look upon a woman to lust, you've already committed adultery. Well, how many guys out there making accusations hasn't had a look? Okay, there you go, adultery. And so, you know what? Like I said earlier, if it weren't for the grace of God, we all would be destroyed. That's why I try not to enter into that conversation about pointing out somebody else's sins. I don't care if you got a book to show it. I mean, man, I'm just you better be perfect when you start doing that. I don't know.
Right. Well, I got an old saying that my grandfather taught me years ago that said that when you point your finger at someone, three are pointing back at you.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we need to do is if we find somebody who we really think is involved in something that's straying their path from walking with the Lord, we should not go and air the dirty laundry out on the World Wide Web. We shouldn't go on public radio or private radio or TV or internet broadcasting, whatever avenue of media that you're using, and say how bad someone is. What you need to do is go to that person in love and say, listen, I know stuff's going on, and I'd like to help you if you would let me get you back on the right track, and together we can make our lives together better than we started. And
that's
we just don't do that. We just don't do that.
That's reconciliation. Isn't that what it's all about?
Absolutely.
The ministry of reconciliation. I want to know if God would tell somebody to post pornographic material on the website to prove somebody else is evil. I want to know if God would do that. Can somebody email me on that one? Larry, hey, Larry, thanks for the call.
You
all right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
All right. You live by the sword.
You die by the sword.
You do. And
I'm just scared. I'm just scared. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that to somebody. I mean, I understand, that.
Well,
what
that
just saying, but
and the more the time passes, and you kind of ponder on it and you think, no matter who it is, seriously, everybody comes short. Everybody falls short. It doesn't matter who you are. So saying that means that there's something in your life, and no matter you may think it's really, really big.
Mm-hmm.
Others may not think it's so big, but still in all,
Mm-hmm.
we fall short, and
right.
To have the world, I mean, seriously, take the person to the church, discuss it amongst the brethren.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do something.
All right. Well, Jamie, I'll tell you what. Let's just take this call.
All right.
You're on the edge.
Yes. How are you this evening, Daniel?
Pretty good. How are you? What's your name? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Eddie from Tennessee. I appreciate you taking my call.
All right.
All right. Love Tennessee.
Yeah, well, thanks. I like it, too.
All right.
Listen, I've been following this situation for some time since it's been going on, and I'm going to be quite brief here, but there's a question that's going to always arise in this matter, just like it would in any other matter, when facts has been brought forward. By one side, they call facts, and the other side refuses to present their facts. What I mean is the stink is on the wall and it's stuck there.
Ooh.
And until the other side, who arbitrarily says, forgive me if I've offended you, but yet I deny the allegations, it's going to always leave it hanging. My question would be, Daniel, to you, Jamie, and the audience, what if it proves to be fact, and I'm not saying it is, but what if it does down the road prove to be fact, that what Mr. L said is true? And then everyone's preaching forgive, 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 and then Matthew continues to travel the country and the world, testifying and proclaiming judgment upon this country, and having people listen and follow him, and then it proves to be true, then where does that leave us?
You know what I think about that? I think everybody falls short. I think there's nobody out there, if one sin is just as wrong or is just as sinful as another sin, then we're all out. And that comes back to everybody just needs to keep their eyes on Christ, and and keep their eyes on Him. That means, and I'm not, any of the pastors out there, they've fallen short. You know, so if you want to get right
Jamie,
in, go ahead.
You're very right. You're very right, and I agree 100%. We all fall short of the glory of God. But here's my question. This is what I'm raising. If it does down the line turn out to be true, and something else may happen, if it did, where does that leave us if we're espousing to everyone, forgive him, forgive him, forgive him, without him coming forward with the evidence to clear his name? Because it's not going to go. It's not going to go away as long as it's still stuck to the wall, and it is stuck to the wall. And as Daniel so vividly says, the World Wide Web, once it's there, and that is exactly right.
And that's true.
Eddie, did you know that Matthew Stevens has been accused of assassinating people?
Oh no, I did not know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I did not know that. And I heard, Matthew mention that, but I thought he might have been joking because he was kind of,
he's not joking.
Making a joke too at the time.
He is not joking. No, he has been accused of assassinating.
Now that within itself, well, let me ask you this: who made that accusation, or where could I find that information?
Well, we have the
email. Would that be on Mr. L's side, or would that be on Spirit One? Where would that be?
Let's just say I have it. Jamie, is it? Did you confirm that?
Because I've not seen it on Spirit One, and I've not heard Mr. L say that, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
Are you saying that it's readily available? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not readily available, and I'm not going to make it available. But I have.
Oh, okay.
But
well, I mean, I don't want to see it. I thought that I might overlook it.
No, you haven't overlooked it. You haven't overlooked it because it's not out there.
Well, I was just addressing what Mr. Hales was saying.
Yeah, it is.
What I'm addressing.
We have it. Jamie and I have it, and no, we're not going to post that because, for one, out of consideration for the person or persons that sent it to us. They know they sent it to us.
No, I wouldn't want you to post that. No, that's not what I mean.
No, I'm not going to release it.
I would not want you to. I don't want to see that. I just thought that if it was already there, I couldn't believe that I might not have seen that.
Well, yeah, okay. So
that's where I was.
So yeah.
But I guess what I'm getting at,
I guess we know a little
keeps
more.
Saying forgive and forgive, and God forbid, we're all going to stand before God at the great white throne judgment, and we're all going to give an account. Hey, and it's just filthy rags. Our life is just filthy rags before Him. Unless you're covered in the blood, it's just going to burn up, okay? Our only hope is through Christ.
Okay.
That's the bottom line. But I guess what I'm getting at, Matthew has a responsibility. He has a great platform. Matthew has a great testimony. Matthew is a great witness. And he has a responsibility to maintain that witness before the flock, especially young flock that's still sucking on the milk of the Word.
Well, I consider the accusation
a stumbling block is the key word. That's what I'm saying. A stumbling block. It needs to be cleared up from that standpoint.
But wouldn't that be exactly who the devil would bring all these allegations against? Now, I'm not saying that it's not true. But what I am saying is that I heard him apologize tonight, and he apologized on the last show, but I guess it was just more apparent tonight that he did that.
He did, and I believe he's sincere. I do. I believe he's sincere, but I also believe he's sincere when he says, I deny what has been said by Mr. Ailes, Brother Ailes. Now, that is my point. He denies that, but yet he apologizes. Well, as Daniel says, it's done out there, and as I say, it's stuck to the wall. It's not going anywhere. Only way it's going to go anywhere is if he can come forward with some concrete evidence to get rid of it.
But see, here's another thing.
There's always going to be people out there. There's always going to be people out there.
Absolutely, but let me just say this. I can't help to think of things that happen in the Bible. Okay, different situations that happen in the Bible, and bring them forth to the living of today and through the years past. Now, and I have to go back. The most life-changing ones was when Christ was crucified. And when he took the undesirables and made them desirable, when he touched the leopard, when he did all of this stuff, he did it to these people that the upright, the righteous, the ones that had it, wouldn't even consider. But you know what? It was right there in their face, and even the elect. Okay? And I'm not saying, okay, now remember, I'm not saying that all this is right, and I'm not saying I'm on Matthew's side. I'm not saying I'm